Hello, welcome back to a new episode of Girls Plus Clubby.
Ooh. That's a shot.
Girls Plus Club Poddy with your host Rosie Breen.
And Henry Ridges.
One day I'm going to be Rosie Ridges and I'm going to have to be like, welcome to the latest episode with your hosts Rosie and Henry Ridges.
Nice.
That works. Hello.
Hello, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you,
Thank
Henry.
you.
It's
I
been a
wanted you to
week.
say that.
It's been a week since his birthday, and we have just had a really nice little romantic dinner. Now we're literally sitting here recording the podcast. Like
A little bit of champagne, camembert, salmon.
oh my god, I haven't had camembert in ages. No, we had it on my birthday.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah. Do we have it out somewhere?
No, not for a long time. I like camembert with chorizo on top and honey and rosemary. That's like elite for me. What about you?
I'll back that, yeah.
Yeah,
Chorizo's chorizo's the like a bit more an obscure one. Rosemary's like a classic.
Yeah.
But
Rosemary and honey, I
Chorizo's a
think.
bit, some people are like, oh, wow.
I like it when it's spicy chorizo. And you know you've got like the chorizo oil. When you cook chorizo, do you ever cook it with oil in the pan like
No.
before? I used to do that because I didn't realise how oily chorizo was. You literally don't have to put anything in a pan. If anything, you don't even need a pan.
What?
Right, so we're in the new flat. I feel like we've said that about 1,000 times already.
We're home.
But we're in. Look at our gaff, man. Look at the Christmas tree. It's so nice.
It looks tiny.
What, the tree? No, I love it. It looks so cute here. We were just talking at dinner about how we both feel about like living here because we've been here 2 weeks now? 3 weeks? I think this is our third week.
Be 3 weeks on Friday.
God, I really noticed such a huge difference in like my mood yesterday and today after drinking on Saturday.
Yeah.
Really noticed.
It's also like the first day we stopped
Yeah.
since even Monday, really.
Monday wasn't even a stop because we had your parents
That's
over
what I
for
mean.
dinner.
So
yeah.
since Monday, we haven't stopped.
No, because even before Monday, I don't think we had stopped for a while. So I think it's the first time we stopped in like 3 weeks. So today's episode, I have a fucking hilarious dilemma that I got sent the other day. And I'm releasing a collection tomorrow with Panty Guys. So please go on my Instagram today when you're listening to this. No, go on my Instagram tomorrow. Hey, Rosie, Henry, and Billy. That is so cute. Thank you for your podcast. I love it so much. I look forward to it every single week. I feel like people address it to Billy like for us, right? To make us laugh. So we think it's cute, right? There's literally no other reason. They know the dog's not going to read it.
It's just a nice thing to do.
I think it's cute.
You put a card signed from Billy.
Yeah. Except for the same reason,
Yeah.
for my benefit. I really hope you can help and provide some advice. My life has taken a very dramatic turn over the past couple of months and I'm a bit lost. My parents, who have been married for 23 years, have suddenly separated and are currently in the process of a divorce. And I have recently decided to leave my family's religion. Oh my God. It's all been very sudden and emotional. But I feel like we have now come to the other side of it all and are all in a bit of a haze trying to get our heads around this new way of life. I'm struggling with having no support system around me due to having cut off all my friends and most of my family following my departure from the religion. It was for the best, and I can see that, but I'm feeling very lonely with no one to talk about around me. Please can you provide some advice on how I can find and make new friends from scratch? Oh, I feel like we'd be good at this. Also, any advice on navigating this new journey would be much appreciated. I feel like a lost sheep who doesn't know anyone or how to do anything due to having a very sheltered religious upbringing. Thank you for taking the time to read. And I hope you can help me. Lots of love. I don't want to say your name.
I feel like you are the best person to give advice for this.
Why?
Because you grew up in a religion that you're no longer part of, really. You are, but...
Yeah. So I grew up as like a Christian Catholic Christian. That mix of the two, really. But I grew up in a very, very heavy Catholic primary school, town, village, like where I lived was super, super, super Catholic. My mum's Indian and my dad's Catholic. And I grew up like just blindly following a religion that I actually didn't really understand. It was just the same way that you follow a history lesson or an English lesson or a maths lesson. You just believe what you're told, like 1 + 1 = 2. It was the same with the religion. And it wasn't until I got to an older age where I started questioning things for myself that I realised, I don't really identify with that religion. I don't feel like I identify with being a Catholic because I don't believe in everything that Catholicism stands for. Look at me. But in saying that, I'm also Hindu, and I don't believe everything that Hinduism stands for. I would say probably like 99% do, but there are bits of it that I don't. And I think one of the most beautiful things about religion that a lot of people either shame you for or try to almost like deter you from going down this route, but you can essentially, you can choose what you believe in. You can choose how much you believe in something and how little you believe in the next. And so for me, I actually feel like I'm a little bit of a mix of the two religions. And yeah, you could argue and say like, oh, it's just the best part of two religions. That's what I'm picking. But it's not. It's more so the parts that I feel I resonate with. So there are different aspects of the Catholic religion that I definitely still follow. And I do believe that there is a God. You don't, do you?
No.
So I believe that there is a God, and I believe in Jesus Christ, but I also believe in Ganesh. And how does that make sense? And to someone that doesn't follow religion, they just think, oh God, like you either can't make your mind up or you're just chatting shit. But I generally believe that there are multiple gods out there, and they are symbolic for different people for different reasons. And I think one of the most beautiful things about religion that I've grown up to learn for myself, and almost just like decide for myself that this is my approach, is that you can choose what you do and what you don't believe in, but you can also choose what parts, like I just said, what parts of the religions that you do and don't believe in. So for you to walk away from this religion that you felt sheltered you and held you back, and you feel perhaps that you don't resonate with, you're doing probably one of the best things that you can ever do for yourself by walking away. Because if you continue to just like blindly follow and support a religion that you don't actually in your own heart believe in, you're not doing anyone any favors. You're not doing any good. You're just shaking your head.
I'm with you.
You're
I'm
not.
with you, sister.
So I think you walking away, first off, I just want to say you walking away is brave and it's very courageous. I'm really proud of you for doing that. Like I can only imagine how hard that's been, considering the impact already it's having on your like friendships and your family relationships. But it's important to do, because in today's world, I feel like there are a lot of societies and like religious communities who just follow their religion but don't actually accept that there are other beliefs and thoughts beyond that. And I think it's really detrimental to your personal growth, thinking that one way you've been taught and raised is the only way, when in reality, when you travel, when you see other places in the world, even if it has like nothing to do with religion, you see firsthand that there are 1,000 ways of doing the same thing, achieving the same goal, but just by totally different means. And I think that falls right back onto religion as well. Like you can get to the same end goal, be gracious, be grateful, be kind, be honest, become and be a good person. You don't necessarily have to follow the exact same path as the next person to do so. And I think being in a sheltered religion in itself can be very isolating. So although you feel isolated now because you probably do have less people around you, you're probably freeing yourself up a lot more than you were before.
Oh, 100%.
So there was a Netflix show I was watching called My Unorthodox Life, and it's about this woman called Julia who leaves her religion. She was in a very sheltered and what she would consider a very toxic community of Jewish people, and she left her religion and left that community behind, and I think it was New York she moved to, and she moved there with absolutely nothing. No money, no friends, no community, no support system, like literally nothing but her kids. And she just wanted to make something of herself for herself. And she had that real drive and that real push to achieve this, because she obviously has now got nothing. So she's almost got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And when she talked about leaving, how isolating and lonely it was, we like over time learned that she actually had a lot of like sisters, and she had a lot of best friends, a lot of like women in her life who were considered like her best friends and her family, like family that's not family kind of thing. And for her to walk away from them and to not really have a relationship with them anymore, but to do it like with the hopes that her life would be better, to step away from that religion and her life would be better, even though she's losing all those people. I hope that can just give you a little bit of confidence and reassurance that how you feel now is not going to last, and it's also not going to be like the be all and end all of your situation, because this is almost just like a fresh start. Like this is
it's the be all and end all now, like you say, because it's the start of it. So
it's the end of something else. I think you are definitely gonna have moments of panic and of worry, and it's going to be really difficult, and you might cry a lot, but it's going to be one of those situations where you will learn to push yourself in like social situations, be it going to the coffee shop and saying hello to someone, or, you know, buying tickets for an event and turning up solo in the hopes of making a new friend. Like, you will learn for yourself, even if that stuff doesn't come to you like by nature now, that you will push yourself, because you actually generally have nothing else to lose. You're in a position where you're, I wouldn't say starting again, because you have the personal development and the personal growth, but in terms of building your community, you almost have a clean slate to find new people, but also to find your people. The best thing you can do is now use this opportunity to get comfortable spending that time alone. And through spending that time alone, you will gravitate towards your people. And I don't mean like you'll suddenly start seeing the same people in the same places all the time and you're naturally gravitating like physically. I mean, you'll say hello, you'll receive like a response and energy. Yeah,
you get on the same energy or vibration as other people.
Yeah.
That you have things in common with, or you're similar
and people
lifestyle to.
People will make
pick up
an
on
effort.
That subconsciously.
I also think people talk about making friends in your 20s, 30s, 40s as being like a really difficult thing to do. And my opinion of that has totally changed, because yes, it's difficult because you're not at school where you're forced to be in a classroom with people, but it's actually so much easier because you're now in a situation where the people you'll only develop friendships with are the people you'll make the effort with. And for the majority of us, you've only got limited time now to actually socialize and spend with other people, so you're not going to want to constantly spend your time with the wrong people. So I actually find it's easier to make friends at this age, because your time is so limited and so precious that you become so much more protective of it, that you will naturally only want to spend that time with people that you feel good around and, you know, you're starting to gravitate towards.
I would just say, when you are going out and making friends and you do smile at someone, you do say hello to everyone, if something negative comes off of the back of that, that is solely on that other person.
Yeah.
Don't be like, oh my God, I'm a weirdo. I smiled at someone on the bus or on the train and they like looked at me like I was weird and then walked off and didn't do anything.
Yeah.
That's on them. That's not on you. You're like just putting a feeler out there.
It's not because you're weird. It's just because...
It's because they're not at that place that you're at.
Yeah. And it's literally nothing to be worried about when it comes to stuff like that, because you do have to just learn. You know how like a dog, oh my God, obviously dog parents now. You know how a dog will get a bit stressed out and it should shake it off, and then suddenly they're happy, like they've forgotten what's just happened. You need to learn how to mentally do that. And I do too.
It's hard.
It's really hard. But you got to keep trying and keep pushing yourself to just shake things off and just carry on.
It's easy, like when you're in a good mood and you walk down the street and someone bumps into you, or you say hello to someone and they say hello back.
Sorry, I just thought of that video when Paige came fucking barging into me. I was like, let's record this really cute video about like you bumping into me, being like, oh my God, my best friend. And she barged so hard into me, this little woman. Anyways, yeah, just reminded me of that.
She's jacked, mate.
She is jacked. Legend. Yeah, what were you saying? People on the street.
I've gone.
The moral of our story is that I think you're going to be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be okay. I'm really proud of you for stepping away.
Relevant to this week, because it's been my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like making friends as an older person has got like the kind of same stigma as like, oh, you're going to be turning 30. How do you feel? Like, do you know what I mean?
It's like the same vibe.
Yeah, it's like...
It's got the same tone to it.
You're going out with a new friend. Oh, you're in your 20s or
Who
your 30s.
says that?
No, I don't know.
Is that how you feel?
That's how it comes... That's the same as not many people have actually said, oh, you're 30 next year. How do you feel about it? People talk about it and you know that that's what they're saying. Like, oh, 29 are you?
Yeah.
Just by saying that leads into this whole thing about being 30, which actually... doesn't make a fucking difference.
It doesn't.
And
it literally doesn't make a difference.
I feel like the same with making friends. Like people say, oh, it's hard to make friends in your 20s and your 30s. Well, it's not. It's easier.
I think it's easier, and
But it's just got that. It's got that like that old stigma behind it that you think, oh shit, it must be hard because my mum and my fucking whoever said it.
Sorry,
years ago.
You've just reminded me of something. You know the way that you're saying you're stepping away from this religion. You don't feel very confident. You don't feel very good in how you're feeling like right now today listening to this. But the fact that you know yourself well enough to understand that religion is not right for you shows huge self-awareness, doesn't it?
Yeah, I feel like that's not something that you just do on a whim.
No, a huge sense of self-understanding, and also probably
respect for yourself,
but also like an understanding of like the world, because you're not just choosing to blindly follow something anymore that you don't agree with. You've obviously come to the realization that there are other paths out there for you, so you clearly have a better understanding of the world around you.
You're not saying,
and I think you're kind of Henry, but I think you're actually in a really good position to crack on, start like almost like wipe the slate clean, like we said at the start, but like crack on and just, I don't know, I feel a bit excited for you right now. Like, you've basically got an empty book that you can just write the pages for.
And now you're old enough to read and write.
Be whoever you want to be, do whatever you want to do. You'll meet the right people and make the right friends whilst you're doing that, whilst you're working on yourself, whilst you're living the life that you want to live and creating that life. And you've literally got nothing to hold you back anymore. And I think that's really fucking exciting and really empowering. Don't you? I'm really excited for you. Cheers to you. Right, we haven't got time for the next dilemma, but we're going to go into our seasonal depression segment now. So a couple of things, Mr. Ridgers.
Hit me.
I eat chocolate all the fucking time now. I'm such a salt and crisp queen, but I am obsessed with chocolate right now, and I generally think it's to do with the weather.
What about Diet Coke then?
Oh,
you've got a sugar problem.
We're going to talk about it in the next episode, guys. But
you've got a sugar problem.
I had an assessment for ADHD, and I definitely find myself getting addicted to things.
You don't want to get addicted to sugar, buddy.
Yeah, I know. But I feel like since my gut got really bad last year, I've started to like crave sugar more anyway. I should just be a pita and hummus girl forever.
Yeah.
Those were the days. So I think I just love chocolate so much. Like, I'm having hot chocolates multiple times a day. I'm having those little Tonies, those little like party chocolates.
Yeah.
I'm having them multiple times a day.
They're dangerous because they're so small. You can have loads.
The bowl's gone from earlier. I
Is
had
it? You had
two
the bowl?
straight after my butter chicken. I had two.
After my butter chicken.
I took them downstairs.
Wash it down with a DC.
And then
glug, glug, glug.
No, because I've not put any in the fridge for that reason. I took a couple of chocolates downstairs because I was like, I'm working downstairs in the lobby with George today. And then I thought to myself on my way down, like, she's vegan, like, she can't have any.
Oh, no.
I'll have to.
More for me.
This has been such a positive of wintertime, though.
Chocolate.
I just feel like that excitement to indulge in something like chocolate, that's like dark and rich and creamy. Like, I just love it. I want something chocolatey tonight before bed. And
you don't want that when it's 30 degrees, do you?
No, not really. It just melts.
Ice lolly.
Yeah, ice lolly, right? And I'm finding that to be such a good positive of winter, but also a huge positive to healing my relationship with food. Like, fuck me.
Yeah.
I would like be stressed about the fact that I've eaten camembert tonight, eaten this tonight, eaten that today, now drinking moe on a Monday, and then I'm having bloody chocolate like 5 times in the day as well, and probably before bed again. But you got to do what you got to do, like, just enjoy it, innit?
Great for you, not so much your insulin levels, but
she got diabetes next. Fucking hell.
I feel like you were going to say something else as well. I feel like you had a list. You were going to say chocolate and
yeah, sunrise, sunset. I get to see
Oh yes.
I get to see sunrise now because it's at like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, you're buzzing, aren't you?
It's like my wake up time. It's so good. It is. It's so good.
That's funny.
And sunset is so early, which I low-key don't
I get to
like.
see sunrise at work.
Ew.
And then the sun sets and I'm like, it's home time.
That's very depressing. It's different, but it's the same thing, but in different ways.
Yeah.
I get to see it when I
glass
wake
half
up.
full, glass half empty.
Yeah,
isn't it?
literally.
Yeah. And it just goes to show that things are the same, aren't they?
I also thought it'd be a lot colder this time of year, and it's actually way less cold than I expected it to be.
Last week
Oh, last week was frosty.
was It said, come up on my phone, it said felt like -6.
Oh my God. Felt like.
Yeah. So it's like, it's
Jesus.
-2 and it feels like -6 because of the wind.
I'm sad that we're in the UK all winter and I'm not going to Lapland again.
That'd be so much warmer.
It's just so nice. I'm sad that we didn't go to Poland. We decided last minute not to go on a city trip that we were going to go to. I'm sad we didn't go because it snowed that weekend. And that, other than seeing the girls, I'm not sad that we didn't go because we totally couldn't. That would have just been so stressful. The whole thing from start to finish, apart from the middle bit when we were with them. With our friends in Poland. I think it just would have been really stressful and too much.
We were just trying to cram it in, and we'd said we'd go for so long that we were just like, yeah, we're moving. Oh yeah, it'll be fine. And then we actually sat down.
Like 5 days before we were going.
And actually no was way. Like, should we book accommodation? And we were like, fucking hell, what are we doing?
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm glad that we didn't do that. Some positives then to right now for me are like sunrise, sunset. The cozy weather is just, I'm loving the fashion. I'm starting to wear tights again. I love wearing tights. I get annoyed though because I always get rips in my tights, don't I? Snags.
Do they have ladder-proof tights then?
They do, but it's a whole marketing thing. Like,
yeah, but do they?
They're not actually.
Does someone
ladder-proof.
Someone must though.
Yeah, there were companies that gone on Dragon's Den about that. You can buy what's considered a ladder-proof pair of tights for £35 for one pair. Bear in mind, you can get a pack of like 4 for £4 in most shops.
So we need a mid-range ladder-proof tight.
Yeah.
Ching.
Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it, businessman?
Yeah. No. Too busy, mate. What are things that are good and bad for me I've been on a high. It's been my birthday. Everything's been good. And I've been like, well, fuck it.
Be honest.
I have.
You're not being honest right now.
I am.
Have you really been on a high because it's been your birthday?
Yeah, up until my birthday.
Yeah, because you said that you didn't really enjoy your birthday.
Yeah, up until my birthday.
Oh.
Getting really good at blowing smoke rings.
What is?
In the cold weather.
Oh. What, in the frost?
Yeah, that's about it.
Is that what you do at work?
No. Fuck, do you think this is cold? No, it ain't even cold for me. Oh, you wuss.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what's starting to build inside. There's a guy that I work with that's still in a polo shirt.
No.
Yeah.
What, no jumper?
Yeah, just wears a polo shirt. He just bowls around all the time in a polo shirt.
Does he say he's not cold? Or is he like, I ain't cold?
No, he's like, how many jackets you got on? What, you dressed up? You going on an expedition? He's just bowling around in a polo.
How's he ripping into you? That's so funny. Some people could just like brave the cold. I remember when I was younger and I kind of like give myself the ick for talking about this. But you know when your mum or your dad would be like, oh, aren't you going to be cold in that? And you're going out in winter. Obviously not you, but you're going out in winter with like a mini dress and heels and like a little denim jacket or something like that. So I would generally be like, no, I'll be fine. And you have an alcohol blanket or you would just ignore how cold you are and just get on with it. I literally cannot bear to do that now. We went out for your birthday.
Ancient.
Shut up, I'm younger than you. We went out for your birthday on Saturday. And I wore my like top of my neck, my chin to ankle puffer coat.
Yeah.
And it was literally a sleeping bag. And I was so happy I was wearing it. Literally didn't care.
Them coats are wicked, aren't they?
They're so good.
I've got a big parka that's like...
You need to get a proper fluffy one now, I reckon. Like a proper like puffy one.
Yeah, that one's had it, isn't it?
It's like a jacket now.
Yeah, it's been
It's like a thin
It's like an old
jacket.
duvet, isn't it? It just gets thinner and thinner.
Thinner and thinner.
You know, you can see the squares in the duvet.
Yeah.
That's what my coat's like.
I think we could see that on ours, and ours isn't even that old.
No.
I'm also loving the like cloudy weather because being in a flat now, I can really enjoy it and like look out into the clouds, look over like the buildings, and I just think it looks really beautiful. Whereas when we lived at the bottom of the hill, in that terrible hell house, fucking hell, I hated it. I just felt like I was in a dark hole from like 11 a.m. onwards.
Yeah.
Whereas now I'm looking out and I'm like, oh, it's
literally the
cloudy.
opposite, isn't it?
Yeah, and it is dark in here still, but I can put the Christmas lights on, which I love, by the way. Like, I am determined. If you guys saw my story the other day, I am determined to be a person that puts up their Christmas tree on the 1st of December. The reason is because I generally really enjoy having the Christmas tree up and having it around and having that like going on in the lounge. Like, I just love it. I think it just adds such a nice like accessory to the space. Like, it's such a nice like atmosphere. I love it.
It does, but it also feels really nice when you take it down and you get that space back and you're like, oh wow, our house actually, this is 6 foot bigger.
No. Do you reckon? I don't know if I feel that way in January. I also come from a family that would put the tree up and then take fucking ages to put it down. And I think that's part of why I love the Christmas tree, because when I was younger, I was just so used to it just being up for
just
ages.
Being there.
Just being there, part of the house.
Christmas lights always on the guttering.
Yeah, literally.
Do you know what I like looking out of here at night when you can see that the city's lit up?
Yeah, so nice.
Because it's never like pitch black.
I wish that it was... I wish we were higher so that we could see more lights. Because we just get like the roofs
I
right
do,
now.
but I don't, because then you can also people watch from this level, and if you get any higher, people just look like ants.
Yeah, we can definitely people watch from this level, which is really nice. You didn't really used to people watch when we were when we were younger, a couple of years ago. Even in Bali, me and Ash were like, "Do you never people watch?" You were like, "No, why would I? Why do I look at people?"
No, I'd watch people, but you would like...
We would add a story to their lives, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
We would try to like figure out what's going on. We're like, oh, they're on a first day and he said something really funny and she's getting shy. Or we'd be like, oh my God, they must be his stepkids and he's really trying to impress this woman. He's just met them for the first time. Like, we just add a narrative to everything.
And I'd be like, cool blue t-shirt.
Just such, yeah. And I love it. I love people watching and like storytelling.
Nightmare.
I think the worst thing about seasonal depression is how sluggish and slow and just like demotivated you feel, to the point where you're like, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my time? Like, it just feels like everything feels like a chore. Everything feels like it takes so much energy to just like get up and get on
I think that comes from, personally for me, every summer is different. You might go to a different place. It's very affected by the weather, if we have good weather in England, or when that good weather is in the year. Because we normally get it, but at different times. As well, I feel like when you get to this time of year, Christmas you have every year, you have the build up to Christmas.
It's all the same.
When's the first Christmas song on the radio?
Do you mean it's all the same?
Yeah.
Is that what you're getting at? I think we should go on a winter holiday next year.
Not what I meant.
Oh, why? Then it's different.
No, because you still have when's the first Christmas song on? Christmas. It's December. Everybody's got a Christmas party. Like, everybody's doing the same thing they did last year, but they're doing it with a 3 on the end.
I don't know. I do find it like with a 3.
2023.
Oh, yeah, true. I do think it's exciting when you're waiting for that first Christmas song to come on, and like a radio station. You don't
listen to the radio enough.
Yeah, a radio station will play it in like October. I love it. It gets me excited. I think it's nice that we're all excited for the same thing around the same time of year. And we're all kind of like working towards that. But it very much feels like a stage of limbo because we're working towards that for this amount of time. Do you know what I mean?
That's where the slog comes in.
For me, something I've like realised recently is that you can't cure seasonal depression. Like, you can't just be like, okay, I'm not going to be seasonally depressed anymore, or do something that if you repeat every single year, you are not going to be impacted by these like same negative emotions when it comes to like the winter time. What I do think though that you can do is really focus. I know people say this all the time, and I am like and I know I am like a broken record right now. But try your hardest to romanticize the little stuff, because it's those little things that really like carry you through the day to day. And once you romanticize something once, you'll naturally think like and feel a little bit more positively about the next time that you do it. So for me, and I know this sounds like so silly, at the same time I don't actually think it sounds silly. I think it's actually a really lovely example. Is I don't like going outside in the cold because my eczema on my hands gets really bad, and Billy's not the best at walking at the moment. So I'm finding like a cold walk really stressful. I'm cold, eczema sore. Billy's really hard to like communicate with when we're walking. And the whole experience is just negative. Like, there's not much good coming out of it. But hold on. Yes, there is. I'm getting fresh air. Getting fresh air is so fucking important. It can literally be the difference between darkening and brightening your whole day. And one thing I've been doing is at about 4:30 every day, picking Henry up from the train station, walking over to the train station with Billy. No matter what mood she's in, she's coming with me. We're both getting some fresh air. We're walking. Yes, I'm cold. My eczema's sore, whatever. But I've got something nice to look forward to. Like, I'm literally walking to Henry, saying hello to you. And then what makes me really happy is that I think of it from your perspective, and I think it must be really nice to get off the train and to have meet-offs, but to have to see Billy, really, to see the dog. I think that's so nice, right?
Dogs just get so excited when they see you.
And it's just like she's just a ball of happiness.
Yeah.
And it's lovely. So yeah, that's like really helping me on a daily basis because we're doing it almost every day.
Or get a puppy.
Just get a no, puppies aren't just for Christmas. Puppies aren't just for seasonal depression.
Yes.
They are for life. But she has really helped.
Apart from today when she pooed on the window.
Oh my God, right. She's had runny poos for the last few days. And I don't know how, but she got her butt so close to the window today that she literally pooped on it.
I was like, Rosie, look at this. Rosie's like, well, move her then.
Yeah, I was like, why would you not just usher her forward?
It's just pooping on the glass.
She was literally, and the poo, because it was so runny, was just sliding down really slowly down this piece of glass.
So it's not all fun and rainbows.
I obviously am not going to clean that up. You've got to clean that up.
I've done it.
Okay. Anyways, guys, whoopsie. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having a chat with me.
And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to send us your dilemmas. We will get through to the rest, by the way. But please don't forget to send us your dilemmas for the next episode.
We've had a crazy couple of weeks. Let
us breathe.
Yeah, let us reset.
dilemmas@girlsplusclub.com and send them through and give us updates. We love updates. And in next week's episode, we are going to be talking about getting diagnosed with ADHD in your 20s. See you then. Bye.
Bye.